If you are an entrepreneur and you've been feeling creatively blocked, try out this challenge to expand on some of the content that you're creating for your brand and your products. I just picked up some random things inside my house to make an example of this. And I'm going to give myself 2 hours to try to make a product commercial based on this storytelling framework that I'm gonna put right here. All right, so what does this say? Ooh, the Bible. So if you're selling like a, I can't compare nothing to the Bible, but like if you're selling like a book or a journal, maybe you can like think of ways that you can implement this storytelling framework. So it is 2:54 right now. I'm gonna get myself into 4:54 to finish this. When I create a story for a product, the first thing I consider is the point of the product. For me, when I think of the Bible, it's not just a book. It's a guide that changes lives by providing principles and frameworks to develop clarity. Next, think about the emotion that you want to invoke. If the Bible gives clarity, think of the opposite of what a person would feel from clarity. They would feel confused. So take that confused feeling and use it as a way to frame your product as a solution. Then craft a narrative with a clear structure, a beginning, middle, and end. Start with a problem, reflect on it, then provide a solution. It's about telling a complete story with purpose. The journey is what creates a meaningful connection with your audience. I didn't even try to do my body. Alright, so it's 4:13 right now, and it took me about like an hour and some change to do that. So I have like 45 minutes left in the challenge. I think I'm just gonna try to edit it real quick to kind of like see what the visual looks like and kind of get everything together in that time frame while I have the time, because I blocked out this time. So yeah, just try this out, challenge yourself, let me know how it goes. So for the post-production process, I typically use CapCut because it's just super simple, and I'll take all my files and I organize them. I shot all of these videos in order, so it was an easy edit. So this is shot in reel format. So I'm just taking all the files, I'm rotating them, I'm clipping them in the most appropriate parts. I want it to seem like it's one seamless moment. So I just repetitively did the same movement over and over again in different angles and different shots. And I'm just clipping it as I go to make sure that it's moving throughout the timeline. So before I add the audio in, I go in and just make sure that the clip is an appropriate time that I was looking for. And then I'll just slow everything down, add a LUT, and spice it up from there. I spoke to God about you. He told me not to think twice about any advice he had on our issues. He said if I loved myself the same way that I loved you, there would be no reason to be confused. That our challenges are forcing us to take a better look at ourselves. If I move with my whole heart, that this wouldn't feel like hell. You're falling for the potential of me, and that's why this feels like a tease. He reminded me that real love will never be hard to please. That our foundation won't be built off of anxiety and unease. Yet suffering with you feels so much easier than fearing the unknown. I wish I could have been better for you and met your expectations for growth. I wanted to be the one to ease your pain. I wanted to be the one that never got away. I just really hope that you could forgive me for falling short, for not being the one that you could look to for support. But I see the lessons worth learning the most are often the ones that must be learned alone. So I'm gonna take this time to say goodbye, release all the guilt of not getting it right, and may God lead us on a path that truly aligns, even if that means you are not by my side. If you're struggling to get people to connect with your brand, focus on telling better stories. Let me break it down to you using my latest video, Psalms chapter 20, verse 4, and my storytelling framework. 1. Identify the problem or pain point that your audience is facing. I imagine a complicated relationship filled with confusion, unmet expectations, and the struggle to find one's self-worth. 2. Introduce the hero of your story, which is your brand or product. Explain how the hero is connected to the problem and why they are positioned to solve it. I did this by speaking to the power of the Word of God, personal growth, and embracing the importance of self-love. I positioned God to help navigate the pain and confusion of relationships and personal struggles. 3. Elaborate on your reflection and explain the consequences if the problem is not solved. I showed this by highlighting if I don't understand the importance of the Word of God, it could lead to more suffering, anxiety, and unease. 4. Present the solution that your hero is offering to solve the problem. Explain how it works, why it's effective, and how it addresses your audience's needs. I showed by embracing these principles and finding the answers alone, it will lead me to finding more clarity, peace, and strength to embark on this self-love journey. 5. Show how the hero's solution has transformed the situation and solved the problem. By embracing the Word of God, I found the strength to let go of past pain and confusion, therefore gaining the courage to move forward. I put the call to action in the description to show